Hello everybody, it's me, Mato the Gamer here, and today you're watching my first WICSO mini-movie. So, I'm just gonna say have fun and watch until the end, because there's something I need to tell you. Hello everybody, welcome to my WICSO. My name is Mato the Gamer, and today we're making a WICSO. Believe it or not, I can talk English, and that's what I'm gonna do today. Because today I'm gonna make a WICSO for everybody to watch. Yes, I am in Doodle Empires, but I can't find anything better, so here we go. We will see the first country in the world start somewhere named Mesopotamia. It's gonna be red. Mesopotamia. I hope I spell this right. I think I do. Yes. Here they are. They're going to go here and these rivers going up here. They're pretty big actually in the beginning. And they're going to go all the way over here, as they did. Oh, that looks disgusting. Well, they're going to keep on expanding up, up into Mesopotamia. I'm very sorry for my voice today. It's been shaky all the time, but I need to make videos for you guys. So they will get to Cyprus and colonize it. And this is how they will look after like 10 years or something. I'm not really sure, but after a long time. 10 years isn't that long, but maybe like 20-30 years. And that is when something happens over here in the red team. People from Cyprus are like, you are only focusing on the area over here. So we want to become our own country. So, Cyprus will become their own country and split away from Mesopotamia. Actually getting this. So now these two are in a war against each other. The red team is of course very angry at Cyprus, at the blue team over here, because of what he did. So they're going to expand right into blue team area and almost kick them out. The blue team is of course going to attack the red team again, getting this area back. The red team will do a final push up here, and then there will be a peace treaty, which looks like this. In the meanwhile, as this has happened over here, we see some people from the red team move away to down over here, creating their own nation, which is the green nation of Oman over down here, which I'm pretty sure is this. If it's not this, then it's over there, but otherwise Oman is getting actually pretty big down here. They're actually very populated, and I think it's time for us to add the major cities, or I mean the capitals, of course. Now, after a little bit pause between the red team and the blue team, after that war, we see the red team actually start expanding a little bit down here into this part of the peninsula, going down, almost meeting with Oman. We see the blue team go a little bit down here until they see the Nile, and they say, ooh, the Nile, this is a good place. So they make like a little colony, but it's pretty big. Like they make a little colony over here. It's bigger than a normal place, but yeah. So yeah, now we see the Omans expanding down, actually making a border with Mesopotamia. And boom, boom. The Oman is not very rich, because as we can see, the terrain here is very deserty, and they haven't found oil yet. So this is kind of just a bunch of sand, but they do exist. Yeah. So the red team and Oman are pretty good friends, but they aren't like best friends. They're better friends than the red team and the blue team, of course. We will see a bunch of new countries come over here, because people who don't want to be in Mesopotamia, the blue team, Cyprus, or Oman, can be over here. So that's what's gonna happen now. So I'll show you when it's done. We see, okay, so now I'm done, and we can see that there's 4 new Geminese, kind of Gemin tribes over here. You can see the most important one is the pink one, which is named Gemin. Then we see the first tribes of Africa over here. Not country, like Cyprus, but tribes. That's why they're a little ball over there. So now we're going to see what happens when 2 new countries are not very happy at each other. Well, the real answer is that they're of course going to go to war. But you might ask, why would they go to war? Well, it's because tensions between these two have been very high ever since they got made. It's been like the pink team feels like they should have been the people who got the land, when the yellow team still wanted to be independent. So the pink team is like invading the yellow team, but the yellow team won't let the pink team just invade their lands. So they're gonna attack back, defending their core land, which is over here actually, somehow, in the middle of the desert. But yeah, we also, my dog, Ruby, she's walking around here. Sorry for that. But we see now that the yellow team does something. Okay, so you might ask, what does the yellow team do? Well, they create a castle. They create the wall of survival. And you might ask, whoa, what's that kind of name? Well, if we can look here, there's the mountain over here, and there's desert over here. So they feel like this is the wall of survival here. And with that, the yellow team is now like, not stronger, but it got a really good fortified area here where the pink team is trying to attack, which will make this war end. And now for the final thing that happens this episode. Cyprus will explore and then expand more into this area over here, even finding Crete. That's everything that will happen for episode 1 in my What If Civilization Started Over. Please go and watch the next one if you have time, when there's time. So, bye bye for now. Hello everybody, welcome to Mato WICSO episode 2. This is me, Mato the Gamer, and today I'm going to continue this WICSO that I've started. I am really sorry that my voice is shaky today too. I'm actually sick right now, but I thought like, I can't just leave you in the dust, I have to give you something. So first, let's look at the terrain mode here, and look here. We can see the 3 capitals of the world: Cyprus, Mesopotamia, and Oman. Then there's the wall of survival. But now I think it's time to start, and the first thing that's going to happen today is the Yemen over here, or the pink Yemen. They are going to go up and take land over here. They don't want to go into the mountains, of course. That's a bad place to go. But they want to go up here, because you know this can be real good land. They also go into Africa, exploring and expanding over like this. You can see that they are actually beginning to get actually pretty strong and big. But in the meanwhile, we see an invasion by Oman into these guys. So we can see that they invade, boom, and these guys aren't strong. Like Lime team or whatever you want to call them, these guys are not strong at all. So this is like very easy for Oman. And the Oman is, I don't know how you say it when it's plural for Oman, but we see these guys actually fight back. They're probably not going to be able to do a lot, but they try to fight back. Boom. Their goal is to try to get Oman into two parts, which they successfully do over here. And they invade down here, actually getting all of this. But shocker, Yemen goes on and helps Oman taking this. Well, I guess they actually annexed this too. But yeah, they take that. And Oman finally take these guys out, killing them very fast and easily after Yemen helped them. So this is how it looked after the war. We also see this Yemenis country expand a little bit more into Saudi Arabia area, I guess. Actually, probably becoming Saudi Arabia, or what I'm going to call Saudi Arabia, which I'm really sorry if I'm spelling wrong and saying wrong. But for now, this is what's happened. And now we're going to see something happen here in Cyprus. What could really happen with Cyprus? Well, let's see. Well, the truth is that what happens in Cyprus is that they get a split, which is really sad for them. But yeah, that's what happens. And you might ask, what is going to split off? Of course it's the Nile here. Of course it's where the Nile is. It's Egypt, which I don't know why Egypt is green here, but it is. So Egypt will split off because they're like, we feel more successful than you guys do. Of course, Cyprus is not going to be happy with this, but as most of their army is in this area here in Egypt, the Cyprians are not going to invade further and let them get their peace. Now I'm going to fix capitals for these 4 other countries. So here are all the capitals we have over here in Egypt. We have over here in Yemen too, and Saudi Arabia. So this is everything now. Now we're actually going to see the first religion getting formed over here in Cyprus. And that religion is going to be, let me think, what could it be? The Mesopotamian gods. They might not be Mesopotamia, but they still believe in the Mesopotamian gods. So now if we look at faith, we can see that Cyprus has the Mesopotamian gods. You can also see in origin that a lot of these countries are from the red team, with Oman, Yemen, and these. We can also see the fort mode, which is just here. Oof, that is a small fort. I wonder why it's that small, actually. And then we have the trade mode. Yes. So now we see the leader of Mesopotamia, or like the king of Mesopotamia, named Semtu, do something. He will expand and explore into this area here. Actually, going down the coast here, seeing a lot of reason into going down here. Because this is better fertilizing area, if you look here at the terrain mode, than there is down here. They have everything up here. After a while of being in Cyprus, people are like, this place actually sucks. Some of them go to Egypt, but some of them even go up here into Italy and find this river where they build Rome. Boom. Rome is small now, but they fastly grew up to this size. Found the Alps, of course, couldn't explore over the Alps. And then decided to go down a little bit into more of the Italian peninsula, exploring all of this, even finding Sicily. This is how big Rome starts, and it looks like Italy. So we see Cyprus and Rome over here be really angry at each other. And of course, we see the Roman capital be over here and is named Rome. Yemen has grown to such big sizes that this area up here is not as stable as they hoped for it to be. So there's this split here, and it's going to go all the way down over here. It's not a big split, but it is a split. Yemen is not happy, and are probably going to attack, but their troops are down here right now, so we will have to see them go slowly and slowly up the coast until they meet the purple. We see that when the Yemenis find the purple Yemenis, they invade. They don't stop for anybody, and they keep on invading. And after a long time, after a long and brutal war, the purple Yemenis are dead. The Yemenis up here are still not happy with Yemen, but Yemen over here has fortified and made this into a very big stronghold of troops on troops on troops. There is no possibility for the purple Yemenis to come back and attack Yemen again. We see that Yemen too finally does something, expanding more into this Saudi Arabian desert up here. Actually making a bigger here line with Saudi Arabia, making their border really long. We can see that this place isn't very good for food, but it is. There are some places exactly where Yemen 2's capital is on up here, where there is some good things they can eat and survive off of. These two are not strong countries. Oman has grown to probably the third strongest country, so I think it's time for us to see the ranking of the top 10 strongest countries. So we can start over here with Mesopotamia being 1. Then we have Cyprus. We actually have Yemen being number 3 instead of Oman, but Oman is number 4. We see Egypt be number 5. Saudi Arabia be number 6. Yemen 2 be number 7. And Rome over here actually being really weak and being number 9. Or yeah, I guess that's number 9. And for the final action of this episode, we will see the red team, or Mesopotamia, actually getting the Mesopotamian religion. This religion will also spread into Egypt, making this the one and the biggest religion or faith in the world. That is everything that will happen for Mato WICSO episode 2. Please come and see this tomorrow, if you can. Bye-bye. Hello everybody, and welcome to episode 3 of WICSO, or Mixo as I call it, because it's Mato's What If Civilization Started Over. It's been a while since I made one of these. I'm very sorry guys, but I've had a lot to do with school, and yeah, it hasn't been stressful, it's just been I've had a lot to do. But let's skip over me. Let's focus on why you've actually clicked on this video, WICSO. Okay, so the first thing that happens in this video is Cyprus over here expanding further into nowadays Turkey and the Turkish peninsula. They don't like the mountains, but they do expand down this river and take all of the Turkish peninsula, now looking something like this. Pretty big, right? Cyprus, being real big enemies with Cyprus, has to show that they also have something to give. So they're going to expand more into here, expanding further down the Nile, but not too far, because they're real new and they're not too big and strong. We have Saudi Arabia over here, also expanding up into the Saudi Arabian deserts, still being a little bit angry at the red team for taking all of the coast here, which they're actually gonna do something really cool. They are gonna buy just a little bit of land over here from, if we click this off, here, they buy this land from the red team, so now they have coast access, which is going to be so good for Saudi Arabia. That is not the only thing, because Yemen also keeps on expanding down into Africa, or the Horn of Africa. Over here, taking these islands. They're not colonializing, I think that's how you say it. They're not making colonies here, they're mainly just making this a part of their country and growing the country. We also have this, the first tribes of Africa expanding, now creating a nation, actually, kind of. Which I guess, like, it's kind of big actually, it's almost as big as Yemen too. Yeah, they actually are. They're like 73 tiles or pixels smaller than Yemen 2, so Yemen 2, you have to expand and fast if you're gonna be able to beat these first tribes of Africa, which you might not be able to do. So as I've said, Yemen here tried to make this a part of their country, but these guys weren't really happy with that. They didn't feel like they were supported in the way they wanted to, so now they're angry, and they're gonna make a rebellion down here in the Horn of Africa, getting all this. And this is not good for Yemen, because like they are scared of this. This isn't too strong, and Yemen is really strong, like they're top 3 strong. But this, they just barely moved a lot of people from the Yemen capital down here to populate it. And now it's breaking away from you? Not very nice, right? Yeah, that's what they're gonna deal with. And guys, I have a sad thing to say. This blue country, it's going to demolish Yemen. It's really going to, no, okay, I'm just kidding. Yemen is not going to let this slide. They're going to take all of this coast and attack. But these guys are not just some people, still like 2 people, not having any weapons. They actually have a pretty strong army. So they're going to fight back Yemen and take these islands. And then Yemen's just like, fine, you can become your own country, like I don't care. I actually don't care anymore. We don't want to spend money on you. You don't want to spend money on us. We're fine. So yeah, this war, it was fast, but like, it's over now. It's over. Yemen too, I can tell you, Yemen too, they were really thinking of attacking Yemen. But they didn't, because they know that if they would probably get steamrolled. We have Mesopotamia over here actually expanding down here more into the Iran region. I don't know why, I guess they just want to expand their really big empire that they've made over here. Also expanding a little bit here with, I think this is the Tigris. I'm not sure. I'm good at geography, but not too good. So yeah, Mesopotamia has grown to 100% the biggest country with 2,800. That's big. Then it's Cyprus, I think. Might be Egypt. No, it's Cyprus 100%. Or yeah, Cyprus is number 2. Yeah, Oman is number 3, I think. Yemen is number 4. Egypt is number 5. And then yeah, they're just small countries around the world. Not too small actually, but pretty small. So yeah, if you go and look over here where Rome is, we haven't done a lot in Rome, and in Europe we've mostly done in Mesopotamia and Asia, and a little bit of Africa. We're going to see Rome expanding into Corsica and Sardinia. No, Sardinia is there. Or? I'm not sure what this is called. I think that's Corsica. Yeah, that's Corsica. They're also going to go into the Balearic or something islands over here, which is actually Spain's in real life, but not in here. And they are going to kind of cross a little bit of the Alps here to expand here. They're actually becoming a pretty okay big country. Like, look at them. They're bigger than Rome in real life now, so, or Italy in real life, sorry. So yeah. Now we're going to see Cyprus again expand. They've expanded a lot in this episode. They're going to expand into Greece, making Greece kind of their colony. I wouldn't say it's their mainland, but yeah, it's probably their colony. Also expanding a little bit here into Romania. So yeah, look at them going. Go to make their empire today, huh? Which Egypt is not going to let go. Which they're going to go down the Nile a little bit. And then the North African coast. Damn, they're getting big. Damn, that's actually really big. Look at them. Like, they're becoming really big. If you go and look over here where Rome is, we haven't done a lot in Rome, and in Europe we've mostly done in Mesopotamia and Asia, and a little bit of Africa. We're going to see Rome expanding into Corsica and Sardinia. No, Sardinia is there. Or? I'm not sure what this is called. I think that's Corsica. Yeah, that's Corsica. They're also going to go into the Balearic or something islands over here, which is actually Spain's in real life, but not in here. And they are going to kind of cross a little bit of the Alps here to expand here. They're actually becoming a pretty okay big country. Like, look at them. They're bigger than Rome in real life now, or Italy in real life, sorry. So yeah. Now we're going to see Cyprus again expand. They've expanded a lot in this episode. They're going to expand into Greece, making Greece kind of their colony. I wouldn't say it's their mainland, but yeah, it's probably their colony. Also expanding a little bit here into Romania. So yeah, look at them going. Go to make their empire today, huh? Which Egypt is not going to let go. Which they're going to go down the Nile a little bit. And then the North African coast. Damn, they're getting big. Damn, that's actually really big. Look at them. Like, they're becoming really big. Guys, you might have thought we were done here in Europe, but we're not. We are going to have a Spanish nation be created over here because some Romans, they really didn't want to be a part of Rome. So they went from the capital of Rome to Sicily, to these islands, whatever they're called, and then to the mainland. So yeah, they really did not want to be a part of Rome because, like, Rome, what is that? No, but they have pretty bad hair. Like, the people who are rich, they get it good. The people who are poor, they kind of die. They starve. So yeah. It isn't really good in Rome. So here, the capital is going to be here, where they first came, and it's going to be Spain, of course, because this is Spain. Yeah. And this is probably going to be like the beginning of like the like Europe, because like Rome was the first beginning. Then Cyprus came into Europe, and now Spain's here. So Europe is probably like up to here explored. Probably not a lot over the... Oh no, I got a brain fart, I can't remember. Wait, I'll cut... Oh my... Okay guys, I remember now. These are the Alps. Sorry for that, guys. Sorry. But now, let's go to the last... No, not the last part of this video, but one of the last parts of this video, with Yemen, or Yemen 2 actually, expanding up into the Saudi Arabian desert. Not as far up as Saudi Arabia is, but they're expanding. Because these two, still not friends. Not friends at all. But as we can see, desert. Desert, desert, desert. You guys might be cooked. You guys might be cooked too. No, you have over here. That's true. You have this place. So yeah. But let's see Oman actually do something. And what is Oman gonna do? Like, they're landlocked, right? Well, yes, they are landlocked, but do you know what they aren't? They are not sea-locked. They are going to go over here and find this river in India. They're going to explore and expand into it, making a colony, and well, there's the red team. There's Mesopotamia. They're going to keep on expanding and making a colony. Oh gosh, like something like this. yeah. And as we can see, this is mostly desert, but if we go down here, we can see like more of a jungle and the plains biome, yeah, biome, terrain. But let's go to the final thing for this episode's. I cannot speak English, wow, that's crazy. The last thing for this episode, which is ranking these countries in strength. So let's start with 1. And 1 is Mesopotamia still. They are really strong. Really, really strong. The second ones are actually Cyprus. Might not be too weird, but yeah, it's Cyprus. The third one is Yemen still. Fourth one is actually Egypt. They have grown over Oman, which is number 5. Number 6 is Rome, which is actually going pretty strong. Number 7 is Saudi Arabia. Number 8, Yemen too. Number 9 is, what is it called? Horn of Africa country, maybe? And last of all, these guys aren't a country, so it's Spain, which is number 10. That is the, okay guys, you know what? I'm just going to stop talking. Let's look at every mode. So we have the political mode. We have the origin mode, which, look at Mesopotamia going strong here. Like it is big. It goes from down here all the way to over here, which, yeah. We have Oman, we have Saudi Arabia, Yemen, and Yemen too, and Yemen. We have origin, okay. We have Rome, which is kind of its own origin in Spain. But yeah, Spain actually comes from Rome, but still. We have faith, which is still just Mesopotamian gods, which is not too big, but it is kind of big. Then we have fort mode, which only over here still. And finally, we have the terrain mode. That's all for this episode. I hope you liked it, and I hope it's not too short or too long. So, bye-bye, guys. See you the next time I make a video. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Mixo episode 4. I just watched WICSO 100 by Addis Pro, and holy moly, it was really good. I only watched ending 1. I'm not gonna spoil, but yeah, there's more endings than one ending, trust me. Yeah, it was really good. But I just want to say, this video, it's been a while. And yeah, I know I haven't made WICSO videos in a while now, or Mixo videos, but I just haven't felt it. I made a lot of shorts, and I feel like it's finally the time when I do another long-form video, so welcome back to Mixo. This video, guys, this video is hopefully gonna be the best Mixo video so far. So let's go. The first thing that is going to happen in this video is actually over here in Oman. As we can see, if we go here to terrain mode, Oman is a very desolate area, but over here in India, where they have their little colony, which is not that small actually, it's not that desolate really, huh? So they're going to keep on expanding down here, down the Indian coast, because this is really good, like economical and like population. In actuality, like a lot of this land is pretty good terrain here. So yeah, they're expanding over here. Mesopotamia is also expanding, not exactly over here, but on the border. You know, yeah. They're expanding over here. This isn't as good of a land, as we can see here. It's kind of also desolate, but it's fine. They'll go up here to this river, and yeah, that's all they do, which makes this a little bit weird, but trust me, trust the process. They also have Yemen 2 over here expanding further into up here into the Arabian desert. Not before Saudi Arabia over here actually takes all of this land. Kind of like annoying Yemen 2 a little bit, but yeah, you are stronger than Saudi Arabia, but still, do you really want to go to war? Because like, sorry guys, these guys exist. and you two do not work good together. Oh, this. Yeah. And for last expansion before something else happens, we have Egypt over here, expanding a little bit further down the Nile, but mostly expanding here with the Red Sea, which I think it is. That's the Red Sea. Also expanding a little bit here on the Libyan coast, becoming actually pretty big. They're bigger than Cyprus, right? Yeah, by a lot actually. But still, like, Cyprus, are you really gonna let Egypt do this to you guys? We'll see, we'll see. And Cyprus is like, heck no, we're not gonna let you do all of this. Oh, that's not good. That is not good at all. Yeah, Greece. Like, they have not been treated very good by the Cyprians, which have been a little bit annoyed. So they wanna, like, they wanna split off. They don't wanna be a part of Cyprus, and Cyprus is not happy about this. Like, now they got this problem over here, this problem over here, which, not good for Cyprus, right? So what Cyprus does is that they're going to, like, invade. They're not gonna let them have all of this land. Like, yeah, we're probably not gonna get all of you, but we're not gonna let you have all of that land. Which Greece is gonna say, well, we want that land, so give us it back. And everything would seem well for Cyprus. Like, they would keep fighting here, right? Until Egypt attacks Cyprus. So, like, Cyprus is like, oh, scheisse, what do we do now? We have Egypt over here, expanding into our land. But also, we have Greece over here, like, trying to rebel. So Cyprus does the hard thing by trying to attack Greece while also defend Egypt over here, which is not easy. Trust me, it's really not easy. And yes, Egypt is just going to invade straight into Cyprus until, oh gosh, what is happening now? We have another split, and yes, that is the Libyans. Libya over here splits away from Egypt, not because of the same reason as Greece did, but because they feel like we want to become our own country, let us be. Yeah, so yeah. Egypt, they're like, oh gosh, what do we do now? So Egypt is like, Cyprus, we can stop this war now, and we can focus on this. You can focus on this. Cyprus is like, heck no. Like, yeah, we're getting invaded. We're like Greece over here, which is bad, which they're still attacking. But really, like, we can defend these guys. You though, you are our worst enemy. So they're not going to let this opportunity go. They're going to go straight into Egypt, take all this land over here, and then I'm going to say, fine, we let you be, if you let us have this. Egypt is like, fine, we'll be with this. So Egypt, which is now a little bit crippled, because this is a good area, they tried to attack the Libyans, which doesn't have such a big force, but they have big enough to fight back Egypt all the way over here, and then say, Egypt, we can be cool. Like, yeah, we will be cool if you just let us be. And Egypt is like, Cyprus, these guys, you, yeah, we're cool with that. Yeah. You live. We get to, that's fine with us. So from this war, we see two new countries be created, which is Greece and Libya. Yeah. So, and Cyprus, Egypt, you were too focused on each other, you know? You had to focus on your real problems. Now going away from this area into, we got Africa, or the Horn of Africa actually, which is going to expand further down into the Horn of Africa. Like, yeah, this is desolate, but oh my gosh, they finally got something good down here. Like, yes, we are finally expanding into good land, which we can live in. Like this is fine. This is like where a capital city is, but this is even better. Yeah, not a lot of people are going to move there, but still, it's good to have. Like, you're growing. Wait, are you? No. Yemen, over here, Egypt, are going to keep on expanding further down here, making their border with the Horn of Africa bigger. Let's be a little bit more here, so we get that border. Nice. Then they're gonna stop, and they're gonna go up here. Keep on expanding up the coast. Like, they don't want to get this desert. What is that good for, really? So yeah, this is how they're gonna look like, and it's actually a lot bigger than before. Like, yeah, man, nice. You're actually growing to become pretty strong. But let's go into another region of the world. Europe. Why am I struggling with continent names right now? Well, okay, Spain over here are going to keep on expanding into the Spanish regions, I guess. Yeah, going to take this straight here. They're not going to go over here because this is steep. Yeah, they're going to take the Madrid area of Spain, and they're actually going to become pretty big, like almost real Spain big, which is nice for them. It's really nice. Rome does not like this. Rome and Spain, like Spain, if I'm not wrong here, Spain came from Rome. Rome does not like Spain. Rome wants to show how strong they are. So they're going to do this. Yeah, they're going to expand, showing like Spain, don't mess with us. We're really strong. Which you are not, Rome. You're not really strong, but you're fine, strong. Ruby's behind my door, okay. But yeah, you're fine, strong, Rome. You're going to make a little bit colony here in Africa, but you're not too strong. So, Spain, you would get cooked by Rome, but don't be scared. Oh, Ruby. Ruby. Okay, she didn't want to come. She still wanted to say hi. But yeah. Okay, guys. Okay, so now going back to the Mesopotamian area, we're going to see the final, like, regions here of the Saudi Arabian deserts being, like, yeah. So, we're going to see that Yemen not wanting a lot of land, but still, like, we can get a little bit land. It takes all of this, which is not a lot. Yemen, too, takes all of this, which not a lot either. Saudi Arabia taking probably the second most amount of land. Maybe third. No, I think it's second most, maybe even highest. We have Cyprus taking all of this land. Oop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doo. And finally, Mesopotamia taking all this land, which now we finally got all of Mesopotamia discovered and colonized, or like, yeah, kind of colonized, part of a country now. Finally, right? It took a while, it took 4 episodes, but now it's done. And we can see that there are a lot of long countries here, right? But it's finally time for the big event of this episode, which hasn't come yet, but now is coming. The big event of this episode. Over here in Pakistan area, Oman has a little bit of, kind of like takes a little bit of land from Mesopotamia, which Mesopotamia does not like. And they say, we're going to war with you, Oman. And Oman is like, oh, whoa. We did not meant for that to happen. No. You take just, okay, you're just invading us, by this point. Oh no. Like, Mesopotamia is the strongest country, but Oman is pretty strong. And Oman is not gonna let this go. So they're going to go up here, take all of this land from Mesopotamia. And this is gonna start a really big war. This is not just between these two guys. Trust me, it's between a lot of countries. Yeah. So the first country we see here going into this war is Saudi Arabia. They have been like kind of peaceful with Mesopotamia, but seeing they kind of need this land because this is the only coast they have, they're going to take it. And they're going to go ham up here. They're going to be stopped by the Mesopotamians and then pushed back by a lot, but still. This was a very good attack from Saudi Arabia. But we're going to see Yemen over here start attacking Saudi Arabia. Boom, boom, boom. And this is not good for Saudi Arabia. But it's not really good for Yemen either. Because we see Yemen here attack Yemen too. Oh no. This is not good. They're even going to siege and take the Wall of Survival. Isn't that just crazy? It kinda is, but it isn't at the same time not. But yeah, Yemen is going to be attacking Yemen too, as they're really big enemies. Saudi Arabia is going to be attacking Mesopotamia with Oman. So we have like a little bit of almost all of Mesopotamia in a crazy war. But oh, trust me, this war is just going to get even more crazy because Cyprus, yeah, they're really weak after the war of Egypt and Greece. They're still going to see their old rival Mesopotamia here being weakened. So they're going to say, let's go to war. And they do. So they go over here, take all of this, even newly claimed land by Mesopotamia, and they're going to do their best trying to take land. Of course, Mesopotamia is not going to let this be. They're going to go in a really strong fight in this city over here, which you can't see, but there's a city right in this pixel. And Cyprus is going to lose it. Surprise or surprise. They're going to get pushed back all the way here, which is splitting their country into two pieces. Which is not good. And you guess what? There is a country who really doesn't like Egypt. And I think you can guess who that is. Oh, well, it's Egypt. They lost all of this land. They're not as strong as Cyprus at this point, but they're still going to attack. And whoopsie doopsie, Cyprus, this is not going to go good for you. Not at all. Well, holy. This is not good, guys. So Egypt is going to take almost all of this land immediately, making Mesopotamia take all of the rest of the land except for this coast, which Cyprus is not letting go. Cyprus even has a little bit of comeback up here, taking back all of this land, even pushing back Mesopotamia a little bit. We're going away from this side of the war, going to this side of the war, which Saudi Arabia is demolishing Yemen too. Yemen too, you shouldn't have gotten into this war. You're being attacked by a lot of sides, and it's not good for you, isn't it? Even Oman started attacking you, Yemen too, which, yeah, that just isn't good. We also see the Wall of Survival. Okay, I thought I could destroy it, but I guess not. They're at least going to destroy the Wall of Survival and going to make it a new Wall of Survival, which is going to be a lot better, and holy moly. Yemen 2's capital just got taken by Yemen, and I'm sorry, Yemen 2. You're done. Yemen 2, they like, fine. We give up. So yeah, Yemen 2, they give up. Now going to over here, which Oman is going to try to push back Mesopotamia, which they are going to do to this river. Not further though, which is really sad. And there's going to be a kind of stalemate here until Mesopotamia goes over here and takes this land. Going from another side, attacking Saudi Arabia, taking Qatar, taking all the coast, which is really bad for Saudi Arabia. Like, oh no. With the help of Oman though, Saudi Arabia is going to get a little bit of coast back. Thankfully, otherwise they would be dead. Now going back to this war with Cyprus, Egypt, and Mesopotamia. Cyprus is going to get steamrolled again. What a surpriser. Going to get steamrolled all the way over here. Like, oh gosh, that's a lot of land you just lost. Which Egypt, they're going to take all of this land. Oh no. And Cyprus are like, okay, we are out of this war. Bye. Now it's, and Egypt are like, yeah, we're also fine with this. So, yeah, we're also leaving. Oman and Mesopotamia are like, we're angry at each other, but okay. And yeah, this is like how the war ends. So now I'll do the peace treaty, and when the peace treaty is done, I'll show it to you guys. So this is the peace treaty of the big Mesopotamian war, or the first big Mesopotamian war. Let's go through it. First I have here Cyprus, Egypt, and Mesopotamia, which didn't really change a lot. Yeah, it kind of just stay the same. We have Saudi Arabia here, taking a lot of land, also losing a lot of land to Mesopotamia up here. But still, they get a very bigger, a lot bigger of a coastline over here into the, I don't know what this sea is called. Please comment that in the comment section if you've made this to this part of the video. Yemen too here. I'm sorry guys. Yeah, you're like stuck. You're not good. You're like almost collapsing. Yemen has grown really a lot in this episode. Like, gosh. Oman, they took all of this coast, but the Mesopotamians, they still have this land left. Which that is everything. I think that's going to be the end of this episode, but first, we have to have the power rankings, right? First, we have actually still Mesopotamia. Yeah, they lost a lot, but they're still number one. Like, they're not going to lose their number one, because they kind of lost this war. Won in some places, lost in some places, still made it some places, you know. Number two is actually Yemen now. They've grown really strong. Number 3 is Oman. Number 4 is Egypt. Number 5, Cyprus. Number 6, actually the Horn of Africa. They've grown a lot. Number 7, Rome. Number 8, Saudi Arabia. Wait, yes. Number 9, Spain. And finally, 10 is Greece. So that is the world after WICSO episode 4. See you guys in the next video, which is hopefully not going to be in 2 weeks. Bye. Hello everybody, and welcome to WICSO episode, MICSO more like, episode 5. Today we're going to see a lot of things happening. All the way from Europe to Asia to Africa. But the first thing we're gonna see is actually some new nations here in India. So I will cut when I'm done with that. So here you can see we have these 6 new Indian kind of countries or states popping up here in kind of peninsula of India and in Sri Lanka. So we have this Sri Lanka country. We have this kind of greenish South Indian, this pink, this orange, which is probably the second strongest in this area, except for Oman over here. We have the teal and the dark red. So these are all the they're the new Indian states. Now, let's go on to another area. Am I wrong? Because like we've had a lot in India and over here. Let's go a little bit to Europe. And in Europe over here, we're actually going to have Rome start expanding again here. Taking a lot of this southern France, going all the way up here, which, yeah, now finding the British Isles. Making a little bit of a colony here. So, Britons, in this universe, you're Italian. Spain is going to keep on expanding here, kind of meeting Rome at the border, making them have a lot bigger of a border with each other, looking something like this. Also going into over here, taking all of Portugal even. So this is Spain now. Spain and Rome have actually become pretty big over here. But as every single empire sees Rome, there is always a collapse. Always a horrible collapse. And right when Rome is about to explore and expand even further into France, a split happens. And do you wanna know what Rome says? They say, no, 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 no! This split starts over here in France, but keeps on going and keeps on going all up to this river. And if you think Rome is happy about this, they're really, really not. Spain over here, they're laughing. They're like, Rome, really? Oh my gosh, you can't even handle yourself. How are you supposed to handle us? And Rome is like, oh no. Oh no, 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 Spain, you don't know what you just did. They go into here, into this rebellion, and take all of this part. They go over here, go into here, take all of this too. Then they say, you can go free, we don't care about you anymore, we have bigger problems. So right after these guys have crushed France over here, they go down to Spain, and Spain is like, what are they really gonna, oh gosh, no, 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 no. And the Romans, they just keep on going, they keep on going up here, and they go up here, and now, they're right at your capital, Spain. And guess what? They're smart. So they will take this, boom, and now they're sieging your capital, Spain. Oh gosh, Spain, what are you actually going to do now? And they don't keep, and then they'll stop there. They keep on going further and further into Spain, like, oh gosh. Of course, Spain will fight back, and they will get this back. They will fight, and thankfully for Spain, they try, and they get to this river so people can flee. And then they may do this. They push back Rome, taking all of this back, even invading into one of the Balearic Islands, which is Rome's islands in this universe. Is Rome going to let this happen? Nope. They're going to enclose their capital again, beginning a siege once again, taking back this Balearic Island, and taking the Spanish capital. Oh gosh, Spain, what are you going to do? Well, this doesn't look very good for Spain, because they just fully collapse. Okay, so we have Spain splitting into two parts. We have the Portuguese over here and the Madrid over here. And you might think, what is going to happen with this part of Spain? Well, yeah, they're just going to get annexed by Rome. Oh no. Wait, I can fix this. See? I told you, Rome's back. They didn't get annexed by Spain. They annexed Spain. Let's go, am I right? Let's just not go to origin mode. That's just not true, you know. Yeah, like this is like there's two. Yeah. Let's skip over that, you know. That didn't happen. But yeah, we got Portugal over here. We got Madrid over here. And Spain's gone. Sad for Spain. Very nice for Rome. Next, let's go into Africa over here, where we have Egypt invading this country, which I think is the first African tribes which do not exist anymore. You might ask, why do they do this? Well, first, they do this because this is pretty good land, and second of all, this looks trash. And third of all, Egypt wants all of this because they want to look strong. So they take all of this, and Egypt, you're long. You're really long now. Well, we're not done here in Africa. We see Egypt, or we see Yemen over here, taking back, or not taking back, but taking land over here. Keeping keep on expanding their empire. Not too far into these mountains, because who wants them? But still, expanding their empire nonetheless, because I would say this is an empire by now. Would you not? Like, they are 3,190 pixels big. That's not as big as Mesopotamia. And for the final thing we see in Africa, we see Libya keep on expanding. Further up here on the Libyan and Tunisian coast, I guess. Looking something like this. Now, let's go to Mesopotamia, where we have Mesopotamia keep on expanding. We have a lot of countries expanding today, at least right now. And whoops, they are actually becoming pretty big. Wow, holy moly, like, damn. And they actually find something. They find the Caspian Sea. And they go up in here, and of course they colonize it. Like, yeah, there's a lot of mountains, but still want to have it. And that's when they realize, we're not first here. Mesopotamia sees that there's these 4 Caspian countries here. And do you want to know what they do? They say, we don't care. We want this land. So let's go to war and let's invade them. That's exactly what they do. They go up here, taking all of this southern coast. Oh gosh. Taking all of this country, actually, or almost all of this country. Pushing them all the way up here, because we don't need all the Caspian Sea. They also go over here and they're like, this is maybe a little bit too much expansion for now, so let's just chill. And gosh, Mesopotamia is really big, like Cyprus. Do you like this? No, of course they don't. That's why they go on a little bit of an expansion, going all the way here to Crimea. Yeah, going all the way here. And gosh, they're actually also becoming a little bit big, which Greece doesn't like. So they also expand up here, not becoming too big. And you guys do not like this either. So you also expand. Okay, guys, you don't have to expand just because your enemies are expanding. You know that? Like, that doesn't... Yeah, that's a little bit show off, but like, isn't that cool? So, gosh, Egypt, you're giant. Mesopotamia, you're even more giant. Oman, you're also pretty big. And Cyprus, you've kind of fallen off a little bit. Like, you're smaller than Saudi Arabia. Oh, nope, Saudi Arabia is smaller. But you're smaller than Yemen. Which, this is going to be the last thing for this video, which is, of course, power rankings, which I always do in the end of these videos. Number 1, we have Mesopotamia. Number 2, we have Oman. Number 3, we have Yemen. Number 4, Egypt. Number 5, actually going over to Rome now, which have gone up a bit. Number 6 being Cyprus. Number 7 being Greece. Number 8 being, did I say Saudi Arabia? Well, otherwise this Saudi Arabia is number 8. Number 9, Horn of Africa. Number 10, Libya. So that's the power rankings, and this is episode 5 of Mixo. See you in the next video. Bye. Hey everybody, it's me, Mato the Gamer again. You have watched all of the mini-movie, or you skipped to the end because you've already watched the whole series so far. That's fine, I guess, that's fine too, but to what I was going to say. I'm almost getting to 1000k subscribers soon, so 1000 subscribers, not 1000k, 1k subscribers. And I was thinking, do you guys want a Q&A on that? Because I'm thinking, I want a Q&A, but do you guys want a Q&A? And if there's something else you want me to do on the channel, please tell me, because I'm up to ideas. I love my
viewers, you're my fans, and I love you guys. So just tell me. So hope you like this mini movie. Bye, my friends.